Hello everybody, so today we are doing penne for your thoughts. We're making pasta and answering some questions. So that's pretty much it. I got the idea from another YouTuber. I think it might have been Dodie, but I'm not 100% sure, so if you know, let me know. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're making creamy tomato pasta.
The recipe is from Kitchen, which is spelled without an E.
We'll link it
Yeah,
below.
yeah.
We have our penne.
We have no thoughts.
We have questions. Not that anyone's particularly asked us, apart from Reese.
Yeah.
And you will hear him. But we asked him for the questions, so.
Can I just preface this and say, ignore my bad eating habits. I'm starving, so if I eat throughout this while I'm talking, apologies.
Question 1 is, what age do you feel? I'm 19.
I'm 20.
I think that I feel 18 because, like, obviously we lost quite a bit of time to coronavirus, and my 18th year, a lot of it, like, some of it I was doing 18 things, don't get me wrong, but I was only able to, like, go on a night out this year.
Yeah.
So although I think I'm probably more mature than my 18-year-old self, or at least some of the way through, I think I feel 18.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like, I feel 19, like only a year younger than I am. But, like, I do think part of it's COVID. Most of it's COVID. Because, like, do I feel like I've had, like, 3 uni years? No. Like,
Well, I've had 2, but...
maybe collectively, if you take all of the parts that we were in lockdown, I've had about 1 uni year, maybe 1.5. So I think that's kind of where I'm at. The same as you though, I do think I'm definitely more mature than I was at 19. But like, I think I just feel like I've missed that year, you know? I don't feel like a lot younger, like I don't feel like 16 or anything like that, but yeah, there's just a bit of missed time there.
And like, although we did miss more than 1 year, I think we missed 2 years because of corona.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't moved out at 17, because obviously you go to uni at 18, or at least I did. I feel like when you're living at home, a lot of your ages feel the same, and you're kind of not forced to grow up.
Yeah.
Whereas like when you move out, you obviously have to grow up, so that's why 18 felt different to me, but a lot of it was in lockdown.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
How old am I in 5 years? 24?
Yeah.
You're 25.
Yeah.
So, for me, I like to imagine that hopefully I've got a job by then. I'd hope so. 5 years' time. Be unemployed for 5 years. Hopefully it's a job that, like, it's not like a...
It's a job in the field you want.
Yeah. Rather than like working at Tesco's or something. No offence, Devon. Specifically Devon. Everyone else.
Everyone else being offended.
See, I don't know. I want to leave uni and go travelling with Maeve in like different, like we've discussed, like, you know, going abroad to like Europe. We're in Europe now, but
yeah,
like Italy, stuff like that, and France, and like just living together and working, and like she could be writing, I could be writing things.
Yeah.
And I think that would be
I'm just
fun.
writing, you're writing things.
You're writing in general, I'm just writing things.
Repeatedly.
You're like, that's really good, Ellen. I know. A genius.
Yeah, obviously a lot of overlap because of the fact that I'm involved in those plans.
You're like, actually in 5 years,
yeah, I wouldn't know her. I think a big thing for me, and this is definitely not how I've felt the past couple of years, but now I'm at a stage where I feel like I've never had a serious relationship, and I'd like to experience that, whether it, like, you know, continues and by 25 I'm still in that, or like whether it's a breakup or whatever. I still just think the experience would be worthwhile, like, because I feel like I'm at this age now without even knowing what I... Excuse me, I'm having a deep conversation here.
Sorry, I'll just burn my mouth.
Yes, I'll keep quiet about it. Mostly just to figure out like what I like value in a relationship, what I need from it, what I can get from it, that sort of thing. Favourite quality about each other?
I have one. But I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, you just have one. Okay, yeah.
I like how assertive you are. Like, I think I noticed that, and this is going to sound weird, right?
I don't know where this is going.
It's not like that weird, but like it's a strange occurrence for me to notice it then. I think I noticed it most, like, I was like, oh, when, you know, when we were in the club line and the boys were like, this is really good music. It wasn't good music.
Might be the worst music I've ever heard.
And like, I would have been like, yeah, it's okay. Like, and like, kind of appeased them a bit. And like, I wouldn't have been like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
But I definitely wouldn't have been like, no, this music sucks. And they absolutely did that. And it was honestly so funny. And like, they weren't offended at all.
No, they took it really well, actually. They were in like good humour. And we then had to go with them for their dancing as well. And they took that quite well.
And also, like, when you told them it was a coat, they showed Maeve a picture. They showed Maeve a picture of this artist, I can't remember who, and it was just like...
It was literally neck down.
And Maeve went, that's a coat.
He goes,
that's a coat.
This is him. I was like, no, that's a coat. That is a coat. If someone had showed me that picture and was like, this is the ad for the coat, I would have been like, yeah, absolutely it is.
Like, I think you are not very willing to like let go parts of yourself to appease other people.
I think I like how silly and goofy you are. No, but like, in all seriousness,
she's so quirky.
Like, a lot of me and my friends will just like have, I don't know, like deep conversations or like gossipy chats, and like I love all of that, but we can have that and then also act like complete idiots. Like, to the point where sometimes people are like, right, okay, come on. But like, I think like you being, I don't think I'd be silly on my own, you know? Like, if it weren't for you being silly, like, I don't think I would have that like more fun side to me. And
you'd be so boring.
I would. I'd be nothing without you. But no, in all seriousness, like, I find you quite funny.
I am funny.
You're very funny. What do you think it would feel like to be an elephant?
Elephants are quite caring, you know.
Right, but is this like, if I turned into an elephant right now, what would I feel like? Or is this like if I were an elephant all my life?
I think it's more fun if it's just you randomly turn into an elephant.
I'd be terrified. How would you feel if you just turned into an elephant?
Probably a bit confused.
I'd be like, how do I turn back? How do I tell my friends and family I'm now an elephant? Like, imagine. They're just, like, you just...
I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't even know what happened. I didn't pause for that reason. That seems so dramatic. Imagine you just wake up one morning to like a knocking on your window and you're like, what the fuck, I'm on the second floor. You open your curtains and it's me. Knock, 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 with my big long elephant nose. And you don't know it's me. There's just an elephant who's trying to be friends with you. Oh. And then you discover that I'm missing at the same time.
I don't think I'd connect the dots in all of this.
Really? It's a bit batshit that I've just turned into an elephant in fairness.
Though elephants can write. If you wrote to me that you're an elephant, I'd believe you. I wouldn't be like... Because you know what I mean? Like, I don't think an elephant would lie about being you. Why would they do that? No, imagine...
An elephant just rocks up with my passport and you're like, identity theft.
Imagine breathe, and I'm like, say something only I would know.
Prove it. I think my biggest fear would be how I get turned back. I don't want to fall in love as an elephant. I don't want to get married as an elephant. How does one have babies as an elephant unless... Can you communicate with other elephants? Like, would I fall in love with another elephant then?
I think I'd be concerned about... Because you'd be here. Like, you'd be in the middle of London around an elephant.
But also, where do I live? Because, like, they're going to try and put me in the zoo.
Yeah.
But how do I speak to my family and friends if I'm at the zoo?
You can't.
That's ridiculous. I thought that was going to be such a short answer to that question, but like...
I didn't really answer. I just think I'd be a bit confused. Be like, I think I'd feel quite heavy, because I'd be an elephant.
Imagine having when you were like asleep in bed and you broke through into the next floor. I'm just like there with my downstairs neighbour, like it's only the elephant in his room.
I don't know. Just try not to be an elephant.
How would you get turned back?
Go to a wizard, obviously.
True. What would you tell 14-year-old you? I feel like 14's a bit of a turning point. Like you're starting your GCSEs.
Yeah.
You start to feel like I'm grown up even though you're not. Jesus Christ, woman.
I think I'd tell myself to be more confident in myself and like be more like, I don't know, like I felt like a lot of the things going on around me were my fault. Like people not liking me was my fault. But realistically, when you're 14, everyone's horrible, and it's not your fault. So I'd probably tell myself not to internalise that as much and like just get through.
Yeah. Go with your gut. I don't think I'm very much a go with your gut person, but most of the times that I've done it, it's worked out. I don't know, just like, especially with friends, I think too, go with your gut, because that works out much better than like trying to like assess, oh, like am I compatible with this person, like, you know, should I be friends with them, like literally just who do you get along with, you know, don't overthink things. Yeah, have like a bit more faith in yourself, and also like be less humble. I was thinking about this recently, like, this is probably again going to be something you're going to have to cut like quite a bit out of, not because it's personal but just because like I'm going to ramble, but like I was thinking recently about how like, see when I was younger, like I'd be like first to put my hand up, would happily be like, look how smart I am, like showing off any knowledge I had, and like they beat that out of you pretty much, really, and it's not teachers, it's other people, like they literally would make fun of me for like getting good grades, and I'm like, that's so fucked up. I'm like, but like I have a right to be proud of that. If I know something, like I should be able to put my hand up in class and say, I know this. Like, yeah, okay, be less humble. But like also, what is wrong with children? Like, and also some adults too, like that guy Nick on the show we're watching. Why won't people let people enjoy things? 14-year-olds, don't be afraid of being cringy. Like that is when you have the most fun, are the times where you're like being cringy. What 2 words describe our friendship?
So my words are supportive and vulnerable.
My words are supportive and silly.
I was gonna go, but like I thought I was saying vulnerable because like in the sense of like I think you probably know more about me than like anyone else. So
also we got there really quickly.
Yeah.
Like, it was very early on in our friendship that we like told each other a lot of like heavy stuff.
And like also I feel like I can be 100% myself.
Yeah.
Thing, like,
whether that's like the good bits or like the
like
silly
raw.
bits. Yeah, like I don't feel embarrassed to be silly. But also like the other way, like, which is I think where the supportive bit comes in, like I don't feel embarrassed to be like, hi, I'm not in a good place.
Yeah. So the next ones are Reese questions. So you will now hear my lovely housemate giving us his wonderful questions.
These are silly questions, so we're getting away from like the deep, long conversations. But also, the elephant one was supposed to be silly, and like we thought about that.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Right. So this is going to be recorded on Maeve's phone because I've got the voice messages on my phone.
Yeah. Also, controversially, should we do the dishes and get a cup of tea for the second part?
So
there's going to be a slight intermission.
If there's a quality change, because I think that my camera is slightly better quality. I might be fake. I might be lying, but I do think that mine's better.
Give it a little help.
So if it changes at all, that's why.
Yeah.
Cool. See you in a bit.
Yeah.
We'll have tea.
Tea.
I have 6%, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh, I forgot we need your phone for that.
Yeah.
Right.
This is Reese.
If you wear a length of sellotape, what length would you be and why?
I think like this big.
I'm going for like 3 centimeters, maybe.
I think mine's bigger, maybe like 8.
Maybe I mean 3 inches. I'm not sure.
Because like 10 centimeters is like that. Okay, maybe like 5.
Yeah, around that. Yeah.
Because, and why? Because I think like this big is quite good for present size, and I am a present. I'm a gift to the world, so.
I think that size is like just generally useful, sealing up, you know, opened like food packets, taping up like notes and stuff.
Useful.
All of it, but without being long enough to, you know, when it like starts to stick to itself because it's got a bit long, you know, I think you're avoiding that without being like too short, that, you know, when you like have a bit that's too short and then you have to get another bit because the first bit was too short. No, none of that.
We're perfect, basically.
Yeah, more or less.
So you're a spiky ball. How many spikes do you think that you would have? I think I'll have 1,235, just to be a bit annoying about it.
That's so many. 30.
Really?
Yeah. I want to be, you know, one of those balls where they've got like spikes on it, but there's lots of gaps between the spikes.
Yeah, I think 4. I want to stand up, like you throw me and then I stand up.
Yeah, fair enough.
No reason, I just think that's the vibe. That's it.
I have no reason for 30. I just feel like it's not too much, not too little. Feels about right.
If you wear a texture of a sock, what texture would you be? I feel like I might be one that everyone hates, so that no one wears me, like a slimy sock or a wet, just a damp sock.
What's
It's a slimy sock.
What's dampened him? What's slimed him?
Yeah. I want to be like cozy socks.
Oh yeah.
Like bed socks. Like, he seems quite concerned with not being used, but if I were a sock, I'd want to be worn, you know? I don't want to just sit in the cupboard.
Yeah.
I want to be purposeful. And I feel like a cozy sock, I love a good cozy sock, especially in winter.
Yeah.
Just general sense of comfort.
I want to be, was it a texture of sock?
Like, I know cozy sock is tight, but you know what I mean with that texture.
I just think I'm a Primark sock. You know, the ones that like
wear out a little bit quickly.
Yeah, I'm a church sock. It's holy, get it? Because I'm just a sock. Do you know what I mean? And like Primark ones, you get quite a lot in.
Yeah, it's like 7 in a pack, or at least 5 usually.
Mayonnaise or an escalator?
That's not a question.
No. That's just Reese.
How thick would you be if you were a door? And why? See, I feel like I'd want to be quite a thin door, to be honest. Because then I wouldn't do much. and people wouldn't put me in everywhere. If I was quite a thick door, then I'd be everywhere, do you know what I mean?
He's very concerned with not being used. If I were like a soccer door, like I'd want to serve my purpose.
Yeah.
I'd want to be like, you know, like those sturdy front doors
I
where, like, you know, if it's like a bit of a blustery evening, you feel like protected because your door is good and sturdy. That's the kind of thickness I want to be.
want to be a glass door.
I guess.
I want to be triple glazed. Hello, this is me editing. The video cut off there for some reason, but that was basically the end of the questions anyway. So yeah, this is me signing off. I'll see you next time.